The young and the restless spoilers the intricate game of power and betrayal in the shadowy corridors of power, where secrets are currency and loyalty is as fluid as the shifting alliances among the elite. Few truly grasp the magnitude of the dangerous game unfolding. Only a select few understand that Billy's intuition about Victor and Adam was not merely a hunch, it was a prescient insight into a vast conspiracy that threatens to upend not just one family, but the intricate network of alliances between the Abbott and Jabot dynasties. For years, Victor has operated with the precision of a master chess player, orchestrating moves that have far-reaching consequences. His latest vendetta, however, is not solely personal, it is part of a broader strategy aimed at seizing control over Abbott Media, the lifeblood of the Abbott legacy. Victor's personal battle with Jack Abbott has escalated into something far more perilous. Jack, ever the impulsive risk-taker, managed to put himself in harm's way by purchasing and consuming an illegal substance in a misguided attempt to force Nikki Newman to abstain from alcohol. His misguided belief that Nikki's life was hanging by a thread turned out to be a desperate, dangerous mistake. In truth, Nikki's survival and resilience have always been emblematic of the strength that defines the Abbott family. Yet, the fallout from Jack's reckless decision has given Victor an even greater incentive to press his advantage. While Jack's imprudence may have initially drawn public attention, it is Victor's strategic targeting of Abbott Media that is setting the stage for a new era of dominance. With a clear vision for the future, Victor is meticulously dismantling the very infrastructure that has been a cornerstone of the Abbott name. He has been maneuvering Adam, a trusted ally with considerable influence, into positions where he can execute Victor's dark plans with ruthless efficiency. Adam's role, once that of a mere facilitator, is now pivotal in orchestrating a series of actions designed not only to neutralize Billy's emerging project but also to ensure that Victor's grip on power remains unchallenged. The manipulations at play are as much about the future as they are about present gains, a testament to the long-term strategy that Victor has carefully laid out. Amidst these power plays, Billy finds himself holding a trump card that could potentially tilt the balance of power. Over the past several months, Aristotle Dumas, a figure whose reputation is as enigmatic as his ambitions, has reached out to Billy with an offer that is too enticing to ignore. Aristotle's proposal centers around aiding Billy in his quest to regain the coveted title of Chancellor, a position that represents not just political power, but the very essence of legacy and influence. The allure of such an opportunity is compounded by the promise of resources, support, and an alliance that might finally enable Billy to counter the relentless machinations of Victor and his cohorts. The dynamics of this offer are complex and layered. Aristotle's intentions, shrouded in ambiguity, are believed to be influenced by his own personal history with Victor. There are whispers that a complicated relationship exists between Aristotle and Victor, one that might compel Aristotle to offer support to Billy, perhaps even at the cost of further destabilizing the already volatile balance of power within Abbott Media. Some speculate that Aristotle, much like Victor before him, views the head of Abbott Media as a mere chess piece, a tool to be manipulated in the grander scheme of corporate and personal dominance. If Aristotle's true motives are to be believed, his involvement could herald a turning point where allegiances shift and old enemies become reluctant partners in a game with no clear rules. The tension surrounding these events is palpable, reverberating through the halls of power and into the personal lives of those entangled in this labyrinth of intrigue. Sally and Phyllis Summers, two women whose lives have been deeply intertwined with Billy's fate, find themselves gripped by a profound sense of foreboding. Despite their mutual dislike for one another, a rivalry that has long been a fixture of their tumultuous relationship, they share a rare and uneasy consensus regarding Billy's association with Aristotle. Both women harbor deep-seated fears that Billy's growing involvement with this mysterious benefactor might be the prelude to a series of events that could endanger not only his future but also the delicate balance of power within their intertwined families. Their trepidation is not unfounded. The prospect of Billy aligning himself with Aristotle casts a long shadow over his aspirations. While Aristotle's offer holds the promise of regaining lost power, it also brings with it the risk of becoming enmeshed in a web of deceit and betrayal. Sally and Phyllis, having witnessed the devastating consequences of power struggles in the past, are acutely aware that every alliance comes with its own set of hidden dangers. Their shared concern, despite their personal animosities, underscores the gravity of the situation, a clear indication that the stakes in this ongoing battle are higher than anyone had anticipated. As the story unfolds, it becomes evident that every character is caught in a relentless cycle of ambition, manipulation, and the ceaseless quest for control. The Abbott and Jabot families, once united by shared interests and mutual respect, now find themselves on the brink of a confrontation that could redefine their legacies forever. Each decision, each carefully calculated move, ripples outwards, affecting lives and alliances in ways that are as unpredictable as they are irrevocable. Billy's journey is perhaps the most poignant of all. Torn between the allure of newfound power and the weight of responsibility to his family, he stands at a crossroads that will determine not only his future but the fate of all those who have placed their trust in him. The promise of reclaiming the chancellorship is a beacon of hope, a potential turning point that could allow him to challenge the oppressive forces that have long held sway over Abbott Media. Yet, the path forward is fraught with peril. With Victor's machinations intensifying and the enigmatic Aristotle offering an alternative route steeped in both promise and peril, Billy must navigate a maze of betrayal and ambition that tests his resolve and challenges his very identity. In the grand tapestry of power and intrigue, every alliance is tentative, every gesture laden with hidden meaning, and every victory shadowed by the threat of downfall. The stage is set for a dramatic confrontation where old rivalries will be reignited, new alliances forged, and the true cost of ambition laid bare. In this intricate game of power and betrayal, trust is a rare commodity, and loyalty, a fleeting illusion. Ultimately, the narrative that unfolds is not just about the battle for control over Abbott Media or the struggle to regain a long-lost title. It is a profound exploration of human nature. The relentless pursuit of power, the sacrifices made in its name, and the inexorable truth that every choice, no matter how carefully calculated, carries with it the potential for both redemption and ruin. As each character grapples with their own demons and ambitions, the lines between friend and foe blur, leaving behind a trail of shattered alliances and unforeseen consequences that will resonate for generations to come. In this world where every secret has a price and every betrayal a consequence, the true challenge lies not in the accumulation of power, but in the wisdom to wield it without losing one's soul. As the forces of ambition, love, and betrayal collide in a maelstrom of shifting loyalties, one thing remains certain: the path ahead is as treacherous as it is unpredictable, and only those who dare to confront the darkness within can hope to emerge unscathed. The intricate game of power continues, with Billy at its center, poised between the promise of a new dawn and the looming specter of an all-consuming storm. The decisions made in the coming days will not only determine the fate of a media empire but will also redefine the very essence of what it means to hold power in a world where every move is watched and every secret is a weapon waiting to be unleashed. The crossroads of ambition and betrayal in the high-stakes world of corporate intrigue and personal vendettas, the lives of the Abbott and Jabot families have become entangled in a complex web of ambition, betrayal, and hidden motives. While the powerful figures maneuver behind closed doors to secure their legacies, the personal relationships at the heart of this drama are slowly unraveling, threatening to shatter long-standing bonds. A precarious balance of power. Only a select few are privy to the truth that Billy's intuition about Victor and Adam was not merely a fleeting suspicion. His instincts have proven to be a prescient insight into a vast conspiracy, a scheme meticulously crafted to destabilize the Abbott and Jabot empires. Victor, with his relentless pursuit of power, has been orchestrating a multifaceted campaign that involves not just his bitter rivalry with Jack Abbott, but also a calculated assault on the very foundation of Abbott Media. Jack's recent blunder, in which he recklessly consumed an illegal substance in a desperate attempt to save Nikki Newman from a self-imposed fate, only deepened the chasm between his actions and the consequences they wrought. Though Jack believed that he was safeguarding a life teetering on the edge, his misguided actions inadvertently provided Victor with further ammunition. Victor seized the opportunity, setting his sights on undermining the new project spearheaded by Billy, a project that promised to disrupt Victor's long-term plans. The unfolding conspiracy. Victor's strategy extends beyond personal vendettas. His targeted approach to bring down Abbott Media is as much a tactical power play as it is an assault on the very fabric of the Abbott legacy. Utilizing Adam as his instrument, Victor has meticulously planned a series of covert operations designed to ensure that his grip on power remains unassailable. Adam, once viewed as a loyal ally, now finds himself ensnared in a web of duplicity, his actions driven by both external pressures and internal ambitions. The plot thickens as Billy holds a secret weapon in the form of a tantalizing proposal from Aristotle Dumas. For months, Aristotle, a figure whose intentions remain as ambiguous as his past, has reached out to Billy with an offer that promises to restore his lost prestige. The prospect of reclaiming the chancellorship is not merely a political maneuver, it is an invitation to reshape the dynamics of power in their tumultuous world. Aristotle's involvement suggests that his motivations are far from altruistic. His charitable overtures, as Sally rightly suspects, conceal hidden agendas that could dramatically alter the balance of power. The personal toll amid the swirling vortex of corporate warfare, the personal lives of those involved are beginning to show signs of stress and strain. Sally, whose instincts are as sharp as they are protective, is increasingly worried about the dangerous path that Billy is treading. She sees the looming threats, not just from the machinations of Victor and the covert operations orchestrated by Adam, but also from the personal repercussions that could arise from his entanglements with figures like Aristotle and Phyllis. Sally's concerns are not unfounded. She firmly believes that Billy's involvement with Aristotle, a man whose benevolence is too good to be true, could lead him into a realm where every act of charity is laden with ulterior motives. In her eyes, Aristotle's world is one where every alliance is a calculated move, every gesture a bargaining chip in a high-stakes game of power. Sally fears that by aligning himself with Aristotle, Billy may be setting himself up for a betrayal that could have catastrophic repercussions on both his professional endeavors and personal relationships. A history of fragile alliances. The relationship between Billy and Phyllis is steeped in history, a history marked by both passion and peril. Their past, marred by moments of intimacy and conflict, now casts a long shadow over their present. Phyllis, whose emotional scars run deep, is reminded of past betrayals every time their relationship is tested by external forces. The recent vulnerability exhibited by Stafford, a character left reeling by her own recent kidnapping, has only heightened the tensions, revealing the fragile state of trust that underpins these relationships. Billy's own vulnerability is a double-edged sword. His innate ability to turn the tides of business fortune is matched only by the susceptibility of his heart. The fear that he might follow in Adam's footsteps, a betrayal reminiscent of Adam's disloyalty to Chelsea Lawson, haunts those who care for him most deeply. The parallels are impossible to ignore. Just as Adam's ambition led him to forsake Chelsea for his own gain, there looms the very real possibility that Billy, in his desperate bid to reclaim power and restore his legacy, may one day betray Phyllis. The looming threat of betrayal in this relentless struggle for supremacy, every decision is a calculated risk, and every alliance is fraught with uncertainty. The looming threat of betrayal is not confined solely to the boardroom. It seeps into the personal lives of all involved. Sally's growing anxiety about the dangerous path that Billy is on reflects a deep-rooted fear that his ambitions might ultimately come at the expense of those he loves. The potential fallout from his associations with Aristotle and the unresolved tensions with Phyllis could spell disaster, not just for his career but also for the delicate personal bonds that have sustained him over the years. The specter of Adam's betrayal of Chelsea Lawson serves as a grim reminder of the treacherous nature of their world. It is a cautionary tale that underscores the inherent risk of placing trust in individuals driven by ambition and self-interest. Billy's current trajectory is marked by similar vulnerabilities, as the interplay of personal and professional dynamics creates a scenario where loyalty becomes as transient as the shifting sands of power. His decision to engage with Aristotle is a gamble. A bet that promises great rewards but carries the risk of devastating consequences if the hidden truths behind Aristotle's charitable facade are eventually unveiled. Navigating the crossroads as the battle lines are drawn and the stakes continue to rise, Billy finds himself at a crossroads. The allure of reclaiming the chancellorship, bolstered by Aristotle's tantalizing offer, stands in stark contrast to the very real risks that threaten to upend his life. The complex interplay of ambition, loyalty, and betrayal forces him to navigate a labyrinth of competing interests, a journey where every step could lead to either redemption or ruin. For Sally, the internal conflict is equally agonizing. Her concerns about Billy's dangerous associations are compounded by the fear that the escalating conflicts may irreparably damage their already fragile relationship. The once solid bond they shared is now marred by the strains of a world where every alliance is tenuous and every friendship is tested by the relentless pursuit of power. Sally's belief that no one in Aristotle's world would engage in acts of charity without hidden motives serves as a stark warning. Aligning with such forces may well be the undoing of everything Billy holds dear. The inevitability of change in the ever-shifting landscape of corporate intrigue and personal betrayal, the only constant is change. The Abbott and Jabot families, long bound by mutual respect and shared interests, now stand on the precipice of a dramatic transformation. As the web of deceit grows ever more tangled, each character is forced to confront the harsh reality that the pursuit of power comes with a steep price. Trust becomes a rare commodity, and the loyalties that once seemed unbreakable are now subject to the whims of ambition and the ever-present threat of betrayal. Billy's journey is emblematic of the timeless struggle between ambition and integrity. Caught between the promise of a new beginning and the peril of forsaking those who have always believed in him, he must decide whether the pursuit of power is worth the potential loss of his own soul. The future remains uncertain, shrouded in the complexities of relationships that have been forged in both love and strife. Each choice he makes will reverberate through the lives of everyone connected to him, altering the course of their intertwined destinies. The final reckoning. As the drama unfolds, the stage is set for a final reckoning, a moment when the intricate game of power, betrayal, and hidden agendas reaches its zenith. The alliances that have defined the lives of the Abbott and Jabot families are on the verge of shattering, replaced by a new order that may be as ruthless as it is unpredictable. In the midst of this chaos, Billy stands as a beacon of hope and despair, his every action a testament to the timeless conflict between loyalty and ambition. The coming days promise to be filled with turbulent revelations and unexpected twists. Whether Billy can rise above the betrayals that have marked his past and forge a future defined by integrity remains to be seen. For Sally, Phyllis, and all those who have been swept up in this relentless storm of ambition and deceit, the only certainty is that nothing will ever be the same again. In a world where every secret has a price and every gesture conceals a hidden motive, the true challenge lies in finding the strength to remain true to oneself, even as the forces of power conspire to erode the very foundations of trust. In the end, the narrative of power and betrayal is not just a tale of corporate maneuvering and political intrigue, it is a profound exploration of the human condition. The choices made by Billy, Sally, Phyllis, and the other players in this high-stakes drama will determine not only the fate of a media empire but also the legacy of those who dared to dream of a better tomorrow. As the intricate game of power continues to evolve, one thing remains clear: in the battle between ambition and loyalty, only those who can navigate the treacherous crossroads with wisdom and courage will emerge unscathed.